So we're going to do a little bit of founder deep dive. These are kind of fast little things, and I always have to read them because I don't know why I can never seem to, but I got it for you. So what would you do if someone suddenly gave you $500,000?
Yeah. Wow. Well, initially I thought I would be getting a kiboshed truck and doing that, but I think there's something I need to do before I do the kiboshed truck. And I'm realizing that the kitchen that I have right now is so small that it's really limiting the amount of products that I can actually offer our growing community.
Got it.
So I think I need to put more money into the infrastructure of what it takes to have the Moonchi model that is now going to be available to other communities.
Got it.
Because if I were to offer my experience to other Moonchi operators, I would be saying, you need a bigger space. The space that I have, you're going to outgrow really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other thing that I would recommend with that money is to really think about what is it that I can do to improve my life as I go forward. Because to grow that company, I really had to sacrifice some of what my beliefs are. I always ask people, are you getting enough sleep?
Yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute, am I getting enough sleep? Like, am I staying true to what is possible? Which may mean I need to hire somebody. I need to train somebody to be more actively involved. So maybe it would be something along the lines of growing our workforce so that it's more hands-on. But what we're finding that when I am available to our customers who come in with health issues, they want to speak to me.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to grow a team of people who understand health in the way I do and be able to speak to that. Maybe we end up using a little bit of AI. I'm not sure. But I had an AI guy come in and go, you need to create your AI voice. And that way we can have a choice instead of sitting here waiting to talk to you. Maybe I could talk to your AI voice. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But if that is our future, then I need to be able to start creating that. I don't know how to do that. It might take some money.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that, like being more in tune with what's happening with our growing change in what's available to us using AI.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's there's a lot going on with that. What is one financial or any reality of building your business that rarely gets talked about?
I think the thing that when I entered thinking that I could make real food convenient, I think we miss the opportunity to scale using a model of fresh available now. Right now, the food industry is such that it's really easy for them to expect things in a bottle, expect things in a pill, expect things fast, expect it to take care of a lot of different things when really it's multifaceted.
Yeah.
It's going to be so many things that go into how you scale it. So I think the scaling part of it, you hear the success stories of, oh yeah, so General Mills came in and bought them and now it's not the same product, but it still has the same name. And you're going, wow, does that have to happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of like, can you break the idea that everything has to be made in a factory and then distributed to all these big boxes?
Yeah.
Can you have a place like a bakery where you trust the bread is made today, we're going to eat it? Can you have a place like that where you've got fermented foods available to you, made today, and it's going to be a little bit different every day? And how does some place like that survive and scale at the same time?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a different way of thinking about food. Instead of food having to be artificially flavored and preserved, it is, how do we make available real food and have the customer be part of the process
Yeah.
of sustainability as we stay committed to these bottles and jars that they're bringing back.
Yeah.
So it's a model that's a little bit more complicated, and it's not going to be one that is easily bought by a big food industry.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, how did you finance your company, by the way? Was it
Well, initially it was
bootstrapping?
initially it was just out of my pocket.
Yeah.
But then a friend of mine told me about this grant,
Oh, okay.
and she said apply for it, and it was a women's owned business. It was called Her. Have
Oh,
you ever
wow.
heard of it?
No.
The Her Academy. So it's Her,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's all
Yes. Yes,
all
I have.
women's
Okay.
companies. And I applied, and I got the $25,000 to start my storefront. Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
cool?
That is
Yeah.
great. Now, when you took that leap,
Mhm.
what fears did you have to overcome by taking that leap? Or did you have to overcome any fears?
I really didn't.
You didn't?
No, I've always, as I was saying, like I had this calling that I knew that this is what I was supposed to be
Yeah.
doing. So I never had any fear. I just knew I have to get this out. I
Yeah.
have to make sure that we can heal people without using anything other than food.
Yeah. All right. And okay, so we're going to do the rapid five now. Are you ready for the rapid five?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be fun. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah. So my parents always wanted me to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But I loved kids and I loved teaching. So I actually always wanted to be a teacher.
You wanted to be a teacher.
Mhm.
You kind of are a teacher now. So
I know.
I
That's
like
why
that.
the education
There
part
you
of it
are.
is big.
That's cool. All right. What always makes you smile?
Oh, children, animals, nature.
Yeah.
That's easy. Yeah. I love, love, love kids and animals
Yeah.
and the sunset and the moonrise. Yeah,
Ah. Okay.
love it.
What do you know now that you wish you knew as a kid?
Oh, wow. That I don't have to be perfect. That it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
That it's really important to know that whatever you do in life, to really think about others. How do I allow myself to be more available
Yeah.
to others? And how can I receive at the same time? So I didn't know that because when you're part of an immigrant family, they're so focused on get educated, get a job, and become that doctor.
Mm.
And when that's all you hear, then you really do just think, oh my God, anything else I do is going to be a failure.
Yeah.
But when you think that there's so much available out there to do and to make a difference other than just becoming a doctor. Yes, I love our doctors. It just wasn't my path.
Yeah.
So as we experience the idea of love growing when we know that I can share what I am supposed to be doing in the world is amazing, because it definitely has impacted my overall health.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also impacted how I interact with others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do feel like I've become a better person. But hearing my dad say, it's better to listen than to talk. And I thought, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'll listen. And then he'd add, because if you say something stupid, they're going to think you're stupid. I was like, oh, wait. So now I was in the middle of always feeling like I was afraid to be judged and being wrong. So being at ease with the fact that what I have to offer the world may be of benefit.
Yeah.
So it's okay to talk and be wrong.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. You learn a lot by being wrong. What's your guilty pleasure?
Ooh, guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure, I guess, since I'm into like food, it's probably going to be a food. And I tell myself that when I'm with my family, I get to be an appreciatarian.
Okay.
Which means I'm going to eat whatever they make. Whatever they make is totally cool with me. So I think my pleasure, my youngest son loves to eat popcorn and watch a movie. I think I kind of like to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to eat the theater popcorn,
Right.
but I'm going to eat the popcorn that I make. But I love that idea of just
Popcorn
watching
and
a movie that makes me cry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite make me cry movie? Do you have one?
Oh, I've got a lot. I do
Just
have
name
a
one.
lot.
The first one that comes to your mind.
Grapes of Wrath.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cat or dog?
I love this answer that I'm about to give
Okay.
because I love cats and dogs.
Okay, you get to love
Yeah.
them both.
But I realized as I was thinking about cats and dogs, because I had a dog. He made it to 18.
Good.
But when I was starting the company, he was at the point where all he did was sleep. So I didn't have to have the guilt that I was leaving him. But I did still have the guilt. And I said, I'm going to get him a cat. I'm going to get him a cat. And they can snuggle up together and be a cat and dog together. So I got him a cat. They became best buddies. And then, of course, he passed away. So now I just have the cat. But what I'm realizing is that dogs are kind of like the state of a child.
Yeah.
Where you do something good, I'm going to give you a cracker. If you do something good, do something bad, I'm going to tell you no. So that little dog that does grow and does age, he remains the conditional love.
Yes.
That you reward if they do the right thing. Whereas a cat never, ever is trainable that way. Or I mean, apparently there are cats that can do that. My cat is not. But I love her so much because they both are the love, period, love. But this cat reminds me of the dog that would have grown up and said, you know what, honey? I'm not going to be sitting today. I'm going to be running today.
Right. They're the adult. The dog is the kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the cat is more like the child that you've launched.
Yes.
This child that is now allowed to go out and do whatever he wants to do. And yeah, I just want to sit here today. I'm like, okay, go ahead and just sit there today.
Well, I think that's great. Loving both, and animals are, like you said,
they're
they make
pure
you
love.
smile. Yeah,
they make you smile.
Yeah,
they're just here to remind us that life is short.
Yeah,
but also to remind us what is real love.
Yeah,
real love is just, I'm going to wag my tail whether you remember me or not. I'm going to wag my tail.
Yeah,
and I'm going to purr.
Yeah.